Just gotta beat it today. All right, it is 7:04. I'll call to order the meeting of the select board for Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. Not a very big agenda tonight, so first things up, we have oil bids. Unfortunately, we don't have any departments coming before us for budgets tonight. I wish they would. Every year we put out fuel oil for the upcoming season out to bid. We received 2 bids, one from Palmer Gas and Oil for $3.29, the other one from Harry's Franconia Fuel for $2.69.9.
Wish I had one.
These are for 3,600 gallons of number 2. To be delivered here and to 76 Main. Any questions about the bids? They're pretty straightforward. No? I will make a motion to accept the bid from Harry's Franconia Fuel for $2.69.9. Second by Hobie. All in favor? Aye. Great. Thank you for that. Next up, bridge signage notification. I forwarded you guys just what I received this week from the Department of Transportation. They are under federal law. The DOT is required to install some signage on the bridges around town. We have it. There's an example of on the last page of the signage that will go up. The DOT will get the signs and install them. No later than September of next year, or they can get them, give them to us, and we can install them. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't just have them installed.
Couldn't hurt.
Okay, so we just need to contact them and let them know that we approve of this for the installation and relocation of the sign on the municipal bridges. I'll make a motion that we do that. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Hobie. All in favor? Aye. Great. I will take care of that. Thank you. Next up, we have town hall rental. This is for the Deer Trees Homeowners Association. They are seeking to use town hall on November 20th, 2024, between 7 and 9 p.m. They expect 46 or so people to participate. Liquor involved?
Oh, no.
I don't think liquor is
Well, it's
involved.
Deer Trees, actually.
Yeah. Any questions or concerns about the request?
No.
I'll make a motion to accept the town hall rental request from the Deer Trees Homeowners Association for November 2024.
Second.
Second by who? All in favor? Aye. Great. I just need some signatures. All right. Rockingham Planning Commission dues. We should have a copy of a letter from the Rockingham Planning Commission just indicating that the dues for the upcoming year will be $1,899. We'll forward this to the planning board as well. This will become part of the budget. The planning commission actually provides us with a lot of services with respect to capital improvement plans, zoning, mostly planning and zoning functions. So any questions about the planning commission or the dues that they're requesting?
No, I was just thinking that, can they help with the safety initiative with the school? Are they able to chime in on that?
I'm sure they could. That's run by the SAU.
Yeah.
So it's not a municipal town thing, except for we'll put a town body for a vote.
Yeah.
You may want to. I don't see why they couldn't assist in that if the school felt that they needed some assistance with that.
I mean, if it has an effect on the taxes in the long run.
It will have an effect on the taxes, given the numbers that they are kicking around. No doubt about that. But you may want to ask the SAU if they've talked to planning,
Yeah.
environmental planning about it.
I would.
Reach out to the select board.
Sure.
That would be great. All right, let's see here. We do that? We do that? We do that? Okay, audio system. Do you want to just talk real quick about the audio
Sure.
system?
I mean, I think for the future, this might be worthwhile. I got a few quotes on streaming service, and I think, as we're getting the hang of it here, it is probably more of a user error than anything else. But it would be nice to have a little simpler process. So out of the three choices that I came up with or got quotes on, I think the choice A, which is the whole bells and whistles of a new camera, a new encoder, a microphone, and a secondary streaming service, that would be great to have that, but there are two problems with that. First of all, the cost, but secondly, Town Hall Streams has all of the data, I believe, right? All the past data. So what happens if you moved away from that service? They may...
You mean all the archives, prior meetings?
Yeah. So I don't know what would happen with that.
I think we have rights to those, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, I think the issue would just be getting a drive and putting all those onto a drive.
So, if you had a wish list of, the best possible way to make sure you have seamless streaming, cost would be anywhere from $3,200 to $3,700.
Mm-hmm.
Choice B came from Town Hall Streams, which is basically a new camera with an audio mounted to the wall for $900. That does not include the hard wiring from downstairs to the wall.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that's another $500 from an electrician, or that would be a lot, $500, I would imagine, to run a line. Choice C, just simply use the existing camera and run a hardwired Ethernet cable to here so that we're not constantly just trying to click onto the Wi-Fi through that server. I think that's what's tripping it up all the time. So maybe for the time being, you get at least a line run upstairs, so we make sure it's foolproof. Someone else who's here, let's say the other boards, they may not want to fiddle with this. I'm sure they probably had issues with it. They have, yeah. So I think at the very least, use the existing camera and run a hardwired Ethernet cable up top.
Okay.
For now, I would say that's
And continue with the
camera that you have.
in the Town Hall streaming service that we have?
Yeah.
Okay.
So at the very least, just to improve on it, just to make sure it's not.
Is that your recommendation for an interim solution? Mark?
Yeah, interim.
Or a final solution?
Yeah, interim.
Interim.
And then, I'm sure Town Hall Streams, it would be fine if we went with the wall-mounted camera that they have. If it kept getting tripped up, I was getting impatient with it myself, and I was like, let's just move away from it. But it seems to be fine. So I would say, it came back, fixed the issue, put the new box in, which is good.
Question mark. Is that what Exeter uses? What do they use?
Exeter uses, they have a fully funded program that's
Well-staffed and well-equipped.
and that's money that comes from franchise fees. So basically, when whatever the cable provider is there in town, they have this little pool of money that's set aside, not little, good amount of money that's set aside, and they have to buy, I guess, rights to the town, offer this TV service. So the larger towns will take advantage of this because someone else is paying for it. With us, it would be pretty expensive and it would be overkill.
Like Northampton, they have a dedicated audio, video, and some staff there who regularly It's, as Mark indicated, it's much easier in the larger towns. They just have the resources. We are who we are.
I would like to see us, when we come to the decision on this, reach it so it's a switch on the wall. And that's
Yes.
it. And so we don't have to deal with cameras and decoders and.
Choice B then, that would be.
Yeah, and just make it as clean and as simple as possible.
Right.
That way it'll preclude problems with other committees, with our committee, and stop the emails and the nasty grams that we turn it off on.
Yeah. And I acknowledge that even when people were complaining online, like, oh, look at this.
Yeah.
They have the camera on. I'm like, camera's off because of
Operator.
Technical issues. Yeah, no,
Operating.
welcome to my world. For years I was getting.
fair enough. I mean, I let people, and I think hopefully that's going away a little bit so that people understand it's more just,
Yep.
it's the camera.
It is. It's the. All right. Well, that's great. I think we'll certainly, as we go through the budget season, we'll incorporate that as part of the budget for next year and move forward on it. Thanks for doing that, Mark.
Sure.
All right. Other items. We had the August 20th meeting minutes that Keisha had emailed to everybody. Hopefully you had a chance to review any edits or comments, changes that you guys saw on those.
Just, and I meant to get this to you today, but I got tied up. You got the note on page 2 about comply, don't comply, so you got that right in there? On the third paragraph at the bottom?
Third paragraph from the fourth, from the bottom?
Third paragraph from the top.
Yes.
Citizens have 3 choices, says to the law, comply, don't comply, and you wrote the comply in there.
Oh, okay. Comply, yeah. I will fix that for you.
Page 3, folks, on 7th paragraph down, says wholly emphasized, and I would like to put in there wholly again emphasized, because I've emphasized that multiple times in multiple meetings.
Okay.
Page 4, first paragraph, third sentence, where it says they have been asked. Again, they have been asked.
Oh, yes, they have been asked.
Okay.
Okay.
Third paragraph, third sentence, it says he is not vilifying. Would you change that to Mark, because it looks like a carry-on from my previous
I'm
statement.
sorry, which one are you on?
Third paragraph,
Yes.
third sentence, all the way to the right. where it
Oh, he
says-
is.
You want to change that to Mark?
Mark, okay.
Good enough, that's all I have. Thank
All
you.
right. Motion to approve as edited.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay. Those minutes are done. August revenues and expenses. Well, is there
Oh,
something
I
hanging on there?
don't know. Oh, did you have it from last time and you didn't use it? You didn't review it?
Yeah, that was just a take home and review.
Okay.
If you guys want to have any
Yeah.
questions or concerns, I mean, it looked pretty straightforward. All right, last item that we have here on open items is the ALS update. So, Toby, I'll let you go.
All right, so I had a conversation with Chief Buxton on Sunday for about an hour and a half, and we discussed all the nuances of the issue as much as we could. He gave me a list on the following day of the towns that were involved. He was going to work with the chief of East Kingston, Ed Warren, who is going to be chairing the committee that they're putting together, the fire department, to deal with the loss of managed life service support. And they will be putting that together. Couple of the central themes we talked about was, 1, not reinventing the wheel, 2, finding an entity that has similar experience with it, and then trying to figure out how we can make this fit. Questions were raised and discussed about Newmarket, seeing what could be done to get a paramedic on duty instead of, because they have 2 part-time paramedics at Newmarket, and see if there's an opportunity. when Exeter Hospital apparently only passed the 10-day notice, and that was going to be a loss of employment for a number of paramedics, they started jumping ship. So its objective is to try and get those folks on board. It was relayed that apparently Beth Israel Leahy had referenced in the negotiations to the state and to the Attorney General's office, they were going to drop like $325 million into Exeter Hospital. And the question is where it's going because the committee canceling the ALS and canceled neurology and podiatry and a couple other departments. So everybody's kind of going, what's going on here? So there will be increased due diligence done by the AG's office in regards to this. It's a mess, and trying to figure out how it's going to work. One of the things I told Jeff I'd bring to the board is, since I have this list now of the towns, Exeter, let's see, Bailey, so Hampton Falls, Kensington, Southampton, East Kingston, Kingston, Brentwood, Epping, Raymond, Deerfield, Nottingham, Newmarket, Newfields, and Stratton, that maybe at some point we can pull together a joint letter from these boards and just throw the executive branch of these towns into it, saying we're defining what our objective is and then move forward and just give that support on the issue.
How often is the ALS committee meeting?
Well, they're forming right now.
Okay.
They haven't set an agenda, but from what Jeff relayed, the chiefs are pretty hot about this.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a lot of sense of humor about what's transpired, especially in the manner in which it transpired. There was talk about services being divided east of 125, or this side of 125 and the other side of 125.
Mhm.
There's all kinds of variables that are in stew pot here. And at this point, it's really premature. It's still trying to get all the vegetables into the pot so you can cook it, so to speak, for an analogy. Jeff told me he would keep me appraised of any and all meetings and what transpired in those. And
I assume that group is basically made up of fire chiefs and or police chiefs?
fire chiefs, yes.
Okay.
And I think last time, was it Mr. Kelly was here?
Oh, Bobby Kelly?
Yeah.
Oh, Bobby, yes.
I mean, it looked like he had sent over some kind of notification to powers that be at Exeter Hospital.
Yep.
And with all of that added heat, they at least extended it. So maybe another message needs to go to them to say, you need to assist in the handoff with this.
That's a viable option. I would argue the reason they extended this is in the Hampshire Attorney General's came down and dropped the hammer on it.
Yeah,
There's not a benevolence on it.
The Governor's Council, the Attorney General, I think, were the hammers that drove them to move off of their 10-day notice.
The other part that came through it, and it was represented on the down to me, was that this was not Exeter's call. That this came straight from Digital League.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it should be on them to at least assist with finding another resource.
That's an open question. I think that'll come down to their discussions with the Attorney General's office as to
The ambulance
the rationale for this.
And we'll be working, because they have not released the numbers, that they claim they have lost significant amounts of money over the past 30 years. They have not released those numbers yet, and that will be a severe point of pressure that will be put onto them, because the numbers that were represented were jaw-dropping, and I'd rather not discuss those now, but how did it get to that point, and how was it tolerated, and it's been that way for that many years. So it's either a management issue or it's a reimbursement issue coming out from CMC on Medicare and the other insurances.
I think from our standpoint, the real issue is going to be really what the determination of the ALS committee comes up with respect to a plan, and then evaluating that in the context of what our needs are and what we're going to be required to contribute to something like that.
I would just throw it out as a point of discussion on this. I would wager that support for ALS being provided to the town of Newfields would be a high priority for the citizens.
I
don't see any objection.
I certainly assume that as well.
It's going to cost us some money.
Well, you know, we're gonna have to evaluate them, we can't fix it, what else is.
And Michael, I think there will be a short-term fix, an interim solution.
Oh, I think so, too.
And a long-term plan
I
to establish a total resolution to the issue.
I mean, I can totally see that the solution that they're gonna come up with might be for a year or two, with the idea of doing something on a much more permanent basis, but we'll know when we know.
And it's like I said to Jeff, this is way above my pay grade.
Yeah, and I honestly, I don't wanna stick my nose into this.
Nor do I.
Up until the point in time where they tell me, here's what the town of Newfields is required to do, and we have to, as a board, assess it.
That said, I will continue to
Yeah.
maintain a liaison with Jeff, so
Of course.
keep tabs of what's transpiring. Yes.
Any other comments, questions? Do you have anything to add to that, Chief?
Keep my hands out of it.
Wise man.
I think I can get myself in control myself.
Oh, that's everything for the most part that's on our agenda tonight. Anything else that you guys have? Any other business, breaks? Fall festival went off well despite the weather on the weekend, which is good. I was not able to attend, but I heard that.
Jody and I were very engagement.
But I heard it was well attended, went well. For anybody who's watching and is wondering, down in the field, there's some leveling going on. That is in anticipation of an ice skating rink going up. Nice. So, that's gonna get seeded and everything, and it will remain grass. But it'll just be level so that we can utilize it for that, for the upcoming winter.
Very nice.
I know a couple people in town have been asking about it. Anything? Yeah?
Do you have the motion for the Rockingham County dues for that one?
Do we need a formal motion for that? That's gonna be part of our budget discussion. When did we
The
get that?
dues are? Okay, I missed that.
Yeah, that's for their upcoming calendar year.
Yes. thank you.
And that's gonna be incorporated into planning board in their budget. So,
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
So,
399 discuss, any update on that?
I haven't heard anything new on that at all. So. All right, anything else from the general public?
Michael, October meetings, we discussed that yet?
Not yet. It's coming up, man. Calendar.
Next week.
You?
No, October's next week.
Oh, I thought you were coming in next week for your budget.
We have to sit down first.
All right, so October 8th and 22nd. Does that work for you guys?
It's for me.
October 8th and 22nd, yeah, I don't think,
Yes?
That's good.
yeah.
All right, October 8th and October 22nd. All you departments out there, get your budgets going. Anything else? No? All right, well, it's 7:28. I will make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second by Hobie, all in favor? Aye. Thank you very much. No, we did a 19-minute one. It was insane. We had like nothing on the agenda. All right.
He is not to ask too many questions.
I stopped. All right.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, sir. Oh, I appreciate that. It was not his part. He's been in this assisted living for years. To some extent, I mean, you know, I think it was more of a